Today we are going to talk about interviewing your agent. It's comical to me. They've done these stats, they ask consumer questions about how their experience was when they were selling real estate. And it always astonishes me, the figure that like 65% of people hire the first realtor that they meet with. That just seems crazy to me, right? Wouldn't you want to interview a couple of people to see who you resonate with the best and who you think is going to do the best job for you? And sometimes the most impactful transaction in a person's financial lifetime is going to be the sale of property. So why would you just trust that first person that walks through your door to handle that for you? I think that you should probably take some care with that and interview a few people to see who is going to resonate with you and who is best able to answer the questions and the concerns that you have with your situation. What kinds of questions should you be asking your realtor when they come in for an interview? Let's start with the first one, negotiation. When you're looking to hire somebody to either help you buy or sell a property, you're going to have to ask them, what do you charge for your services? The interesting thing in real estate is that is all negotiable. You will see this in bold black print on every real estate form that has to do with compensation, that these fees are negotiable. Realtors got into trouble for a lot of years because buyer's agents would say things like, oh, don't worry, we're going to get the seller to pay for it, so it's like we're free, right? Well, that's not really true, because in every transaction, all of the money comes from the buyer, right? Which side of the ledger on? Yes, you can negotiate that, but some part of the money is coming from the buyer. So no buyer agent is truly free, right? That would be the first thing that I would ask a potential realtor is, what is your fee and what do you provide for that fee? Here's an important one. Have you done this before? What's your track record? What happens when you go to sell a house? Like, how long does it take? List to sale price ratio. So those are some great questions for a listing agent. How many properties have you sold? How long does it usually take? And do you usually get more than asking price or do you usually get less than asking price? A professional realtor should be able to answer those questions for you. So over the last 4 years, I've sold 14 properties here in Sonoma County as listings. And of those 14 properties, our average days on market was 35 days. And the average list to sale price ratio was 104%. On average, it takes me 35 days to sell a home, and I usually get about 3% higher than the list price on average over that time period. So that's the kind of thing you should be asking your realtor. For reference point, right now in Sonoma County, average days on market has jumped above 60 days on market, and we are looking at a list to sales price ratio of 96%. Any realtor that you're interviewing to sell your house as of spring of 2026 here in Sonoma County, they should be able to beat those stats. They should be able to sell your house for more than 96% of the list price and in less than 60 days. And if they can't do that, you should go find another realtor. So then the final thing was just like, what will the process look like? Every realtor is going to have a slightly different strategy about marketing and prep. If you're the kind of person that wants to flip your house and touch all the surfaces and make the kitchen look all like brand spanking new and the bathrooms have all the key finishes and look beautiful, that's a different skill set than a person that's just going to be as is, put some lipstick on it, throw it up on the marketplace, right? Make sure that they're listening to you and make sure that they are not trying to encourage you to do more than you're comfortable with. The main thing is you want to make sure that you're comfortable with your realtor. And there are many times when I come into appointments and I'll hear stories like, well, the last guy told me that I'm going to have to redo my garage and I'm going to have to redo all of my landscaping, but that sounds like it's going to be really expensive and I just can't do that. The realtor should really meet you where you are and should help you to do what you want to do with that property, right? And if they can't do that, maybe they're not the right realtor for you. If they're pressuring you to do things that you're not comfortable doing, then it might not be the right situation for you. Take that as a red flag. So if you are interviewing an agent to list your property, they should have a philosophy about what the best way to go about this is. And my philosophy is very clear. It is 100% necessary to get some reports on your property before we put it on the market. Why is that? A couple of reasons. First, we need to know what we're selling. If we don't have an up-to-date report on the property, there may be hidden things that you as the home seller aren't even aware of because it's happening in the crawl space or it's happening in the attic and you aren't seeing it because you aren't up there every day. Every time I order reports on a home, there's usually something that the seller is like, oh my God, I wasn't aware of that. It's better to find those things out early and then create a plan and a strategy around them rather than waiting until you're already in escrow with a buyer and then that buyer pulls the reports and then they are going to nickel and dime you most of the time for everything that they find in those reports because it's new information. When I'm listing a property for a client, my goal is to create the environment that is right for multiple offers. And if you don't have those inspections in your disclosure report, you have poison pill your ability to get multiple offers and then keep the money that you get once you get those final offers in, because they're going to have an opportunity to renegotiate during the escrow process because you don't know what's going on with your own property. If I can leave you with one thing after you leave this video, it is the importance of doing pre-list inspections if you are going to sell a property in California in the 2000s. We went over some of the broad strokes and the big questions that you should ask any agent that you are looking to hire to help you buy or sell real estate. So if you want to dig into this deeper or have some more questions, hit me up. I'm easy to find. Give me a call, shoot me an email. I'd love to answer your questions. Take care.